We are live. We are here. We go here. There we go. Lighting good.
Hopefully we don't get hit with the copyright, but hey, we're going up on a Tuesday, guys.
Tuesday stream.
Yes, sir. We will be streaming on Tuesdays now.
Yeah, starting Tuesday, same time as usual, just a day
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Just so it fits our schedule.
Yeah, school,
yeah.
man. School's a B word.
Right.
Hate it.
There's been a lot of stuff going down lately, just news-wise.
Let's start off with unfortunately some sad news. Unfortunately, after a lot of false reports and people trying to be first, it has officially been reported that we have lost sensational rapper DMX. Now, we're not exactly going to pretend like we're, the biggest, we're like DMX stans and we were there for everything. But, it just goes to show how much of an impact he had on the culture.
Right.
People like us really do know him.
Yeah, I mean, just to start off, just saying, rest in peace, DMX. It's kind of seeing the headline of him. It was kind of a weird journey. It was hard for me to follow what exactly was going on in terms of what happened. Everyone was saying different things on Twitter and Instagram. People saying that he passed when there wasn't any actual sources like confirming his state or something like that. All we had known is that he was placed into a coma or something like that. That was pretty unfortunate to see, is just how many people were reporting false information, especially about someone's life, literally. Yeah, I mean, thinking about DMX's legacy, like, I wasn't obviously around for when DMX was in his prime. I wish I was, because that looks insane. But
what are some of your favorite, songs or moments from that you've heard from DMX?
People, even before his passing, were always talking about DMX just because of how iconic of a rapper he was and still is. But I think one of my favorite, not memories, but things that I've seen within his career was definitely that performance where he's performing in front of like thousands and thousands of people. It's like literally just him on the stage. I don't know what festival that was or whatever, but it looked like every time someone would post that video or that video would resurface and people are like, DMX is performing to like half of the world right now, and it's like there's so many people in the crowd, you like can't even see where it ends.
Yeah, I loved one moment that I really loved is obviously his Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cover. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but if you haven't, go check it out. I'm a big Christmas guy. Matt's also Christmas. We're big into the holidays. I play DMX's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer almost every week. And there's something that I wanted to talk about. Hold on, give me a second. It is the fact that DMX lost it. But look, DMX is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Got it. He is one of the first rappers to really go into his flaws, because keep in mind, this is the 90s. And at this point it was all I'm a rapper and I'm really cool, look at all this money, I'm really dope. And DMX was one of the first rappers, maybe not one of the first, but one of the most notable rappers to really peel back those layers and talk about, his addictions, really like big character flaws. Just a great human being. I'm glad we got to give him his flowers, give him his orchids during the verses with Snoop Dogg this past year.
Right.
So that was really dope, just to see him fresh and healthy. Sad that we had to lose him in the same year, but his work lives on forever.
Yeah,
forever
absolutely.
and ever. So this past weekend on Saturday Night Live, we were blessed by Kid Cudi as a musical guest, and he made a lot of people mad by showing up to, I believe he was performing Sad People. He wore a dress as a tribute to, actually I don't even want to mention that right now.
He's in this kind of pale white dress with like flowers and stuff like that, designed by Virgil Abloh. And this image of Kid Cudi singing in a dress got people very upset for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like this is something that's happened so many times where it's like, why is this still an issue? You know what I mean? I mean, like Young Thug, like Jeffrey album art was also in the dress, like one of the most iconic images ever.
You got Harry Styles, who has gone by 2020 without a single. I mean, he's had like Candace Owens, I guess, talk shit about him, but no one had any beef with him. But when Young Thug or Kid Cudi wants to do it,
It's like
it's,
the end of the
ruining
world.
Yeah, it's ruining hip-hop, and we're soft and society's soft.
Go on Kid Cudi's Instagram or on Complex. If whoever's posted about it, a lot of comments are talking about like they feel like he's sold his soul and that he's like gone soft now, or people just like SMH,
Selling
like,
out or whatever.
yeah, selling out. I'm like, what is this selling out? Like, what? I guess if you want to bring up the thing where it's like he's just causing a riot, he's like, doing something controversial just to like do that, but then you don't actually understand why he's doing it.
Exactly. And the big reason why he's doing it is to pay tribute to Kurt Cobain. If you saw his other performance, he wore like a green jacket. There's a picture rolling around of Cobain in that same outfit.
Yeah, but yeah, it's basically paying tribute to Kurt Cobain because of how open he was about his mental health.
I also believe it was his birthday or like the anniversary of his death. It was something
really?
like that. Yeah. So, I mean, even with all that said, if you took all that away, all the inspiration, the tribute, all that, if you took all that away, I still don't see the point in getting mad about it.
People just find shit to talk shit about. Like,
yeah,
that's just it. Anything different, people will talk shit about it. I think just as a message, I liked it. I mean, if we want to talk about who pulled off the best dress, I feel like Young Thug will always win.
Crazy. That dress was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he looked great in it.
Yeah.
That dress is in a museum. But yeah, I mean, I think it's
cool.
It's not like about the dress though. Like, it's about what it stands for. That's what I think people are missing the point, and I feel like is something that we're seeing more of, like this rejection of people being different, which is weird.
Yeah, I just don't understand why you want to get mad at someone, knowing who they are better than they did a month ago. So we're all on the same journey. No need to start hate on someone else going on a different path, but the same journey. Just
Exactly.
I'm sure you have a lot of stuff to get to. I have a lot of stuff to get to. Let's just stop worrying about what other people are doing.
Right. Yeah.
But let's talk about what other people are doing. For example, Anderson.Paak. Shout out to him because he had recently scored his first #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100. Crazy that it took this long, especially with as big as he is, as much. Well, you could argue that he wasn't that big actually. People knew him in the hip hop world and the R&B world, the soul world, but not really in the pop area.
The mainstream,
yeah. I'm sure people knew him most from like the Trolls movie, Trolls World Tour, and that's probably where people knew him, like mainstream wise. But yeah, congrats to him for scoring his first #1 song from Leave the Door Open.
This was something I knew, just another perk of him collaborating with Bruno Mars is like, I know this is finally going to get his name to where it should be, in terms of the mainstream music world. And it's definitely already paying off. So it's just crazy to finally see people like appreciate someone who I feel like is very, very underappreciated.
And also I love the fact that it's Leave the Door Open. It's something so influenced by a certain style that I feel like pop music really needed.
Yeah,
because The Weeknd did a similar thing with his most recent album and also with Blinding Lights. He kind of brought in this 80s style that had been kind of sitting there, and he just kind of busted open, and now everyone's kind of getting into their synth bag.
Everyone.
And now I feel like we're gonna get a lot of songs that are inspired by soul, with real soul, 70s song. I can't wait to hear Justin Bieber's soul record that he's gonna try to use to piggyback off of Leave the Door Open.
I don't even remember what the first song I heard of Anderson.Paak was, but probably like I have to look at his albums. Oops, my Spotify just popped up. Songs off of like Venice, his album in like 2014. Like he had songs like Drugs that I would listen to and I like had on my party playlist. There's songs off Malibu that I listened to. After that, I kind of took a little bit of a break, but then he showed up again on the YB and Cordae record. RNP. Yeah. So that one I was like, oh man, Anderson.Paak, forgot about him. And then I went into like Oxnard and like really went into that, and then obviously Leave the Door Open came out, so I've been revisiting like Ventura and stuff like that. So I've been getting back into him as of recently.
It's actually crazy because I've been listening to Anderson.Paak since I was 10 and I didn't even know it, because there's an era of YouTube that I will constantly reference, that I have constantly referenced, and I will continue to until the day I die. There's this golden era of YouTube from 2009 to 2013. It was just very wide open. Like people were creating, it was like a surge in creativity, and a lot of people were, you know, doing covers and skits and and parodies, and it was kind of just like the Wild West. And Anderson.Paak was actually, you know, in that circle as Breezy Lovejoy. That was his name before Anderson.Paak, and he used to rap on ciphers with like one of my favorite Korean rappers, or one of my favorite rappers, period. Dumbfounded.
I remember when ciphers were off the dome. It happened on street corners, not recorded at your home. It's something I don't condone. I hope that I'm not alone. I'm doing this for the trolls that are commenting down below.
I honestly didn't even know that until
That's crazy.
Very recently, I saw him on a podcast with Dumbfounded, Fun with Dumb, and he's actually a quarter Korean. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Super, I didn't even realize that. So I didn't even know how I was listening to someone who would end up becoming Anderson.Paak, but I really dig his vibe. I really love his style of music. It just sounds like a jam session that you're listening in on. His voice is like the epitome of soul.
Good on him. Finally getting the recognition he deserves. Got that. He got a Grammy this year and the #1 on Billboard Hot 100, so he's living it up.
Yeah, man. Good for him, man. Good on him. I for the longest time, I always thought that lyric on Leave the Door Open was if you're hungry, girl, I got the Lays.
And if you're hungry, girl, I got the Lays.
Like the potato chips Lays. No, I looked it up. It was the fillets. So
yes.
I thought it was like a poor people flex. I thought it was a poverty flex, but damn, my bad.
Poor people flex. Yeah.